Today on Rappler. A Pasig court acquits Maria Ressa and Rappler directors in a Duterte-era anti-dummy case. Vice President Sara Duterte will skip President Marcos Jr.'s State of the Nation address once again. The Commission on Elections 2nd Division declares losing candidate Benny Abante the winner of the Manila 6th District race. The Philippine Coast Guard says over 50 Chinese maritime militia ships swarmed Rozul Reef in the West Philippine Sea. And K-pop star Haknyeon denies prostitution allegations made by his agency. A Pasig City court acquits Nobel Peace Prize laureate and Rappler CEO Maria Ressa and Rappler directors in the anti-dummy case filed during the Rodrigo Duterte administration. The court says the granting of their motion for demurrer to evidence is tantamount to acquittal. Demurrer to evidence motions are filed when the defense believes the prosecution's evidence is weak enough that it doesn't have to present its own. It is filed after the prosecution's presentation and has the effect of a motion for an outright dismissal. The anti-dummy case stems from the National Bureau of Investigation's allegation that Rappler violated the anti-dummy law when it issued Philippine depositary receipts to foreign investor Omidyar Network. Rappler has maintained it is 100% Filipino-owned, and the PDRs were merely legal financial instruments also used by other media entities for financial transactions. The mother case of the anti-dummy charge is the January 2018 order from the Securities and Exchange Commission revoking Rappler's license on charges that it violated the constitutional ban on foreign ownership of media. The Court of Appeals junked the SEC order in 2024. The CA Special 7th Division voided the shutdown order, affirming that Rappler is 100% Filipino-owned. Vice President Sara Duterte will not attend President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s 4th State of the Nation address on July 28. House Secretary General Reginald Velasco says his office received a letter from Duterte's office, but says he will, quote, not exclude the possibility that she will attend, so there will be a seat for her. Duterte first skipped Marcos SONA in 2024, weeks after she resigned from his cabinet. Last year, Duterte said she was not attending the SONA because she appointed herself as a designated survivor, despite the Philippines having no such rule. Duterte's controversial comment was among the instances cited by the House of Representatives when it impeached the vice president in February over her alleged efforts to destabilize the government. She was impeached on the grounds of betrayal of public trust, culpable violation of the Constitution, bribery, graft and corruption, and other high crimes. Duterte denies allegations against her in broad strokes and insists she is being politically persecuted. The Commission on Elections 2nd Division annuls the proclamation of the supposed winner of Manila's 6th District, Joey Chua Uy, over citizenship issues. This means the Comelec Division ruled in favor of incumbent Representative Benny Abante after finding that Uy is not a natural-born Filipino. He won over Abante in a close fight. Abante submitted Uy's immigration records to support his claim that Uy is a naturalized Filipino and not natural-born. At the time of Uy's birth, his parents were still Chinese citizens. They were granted Filipino citizenship when Uy was 5 years old. Abante argued that Uy is not a Filipino citizen at birth, following the 1935 Constitution, which provides that citizens of the Philippines are those whose fathers are citizens of the Philippines. The ruling reads, quote, since natural-born citizenship requires that the individual be a citizen of the Philippines from birth, respondent cannot validly claim natural-born status. The Comelec Division says that Uy made a false declaration in his certificate of candidacy. Uy may still file for a motion for reconsideration before the Comelec, which will hear the case en banc. The Philippine Coast Guard says Thursday, June 19, over 50 Chinese maritime militia or CMM ships swarmed Rozul Reef in the West Philippine Sea. PCG spokesperson on the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, says 2 PCG vessels and 1 aircraft were deployed on June 18 to verify reports of illegal swarming. He adds the 50 militia vessels were both scattered and clustered together. Chinese maritime militia ships are fishing vessels serving as force multipliers for the Chinese Navy or Coast Guard. In the past, these vessels were observed to move in coordination with China's maritime forces in blocking and harassing Philippine vessels. Tariela says the PCG vessels and aircraft issued a challenge to the Chinese ships via radio, notifying them that they were operating within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. The Chinese militia vessels were asked to clarify intentions and cease swarming, but the PCG received no response. K-pop star Haknyeon denies claims made by his agency 100 after the latter announced the termination of his contract and departure from the BOYZ. He posted a handwritten letter Wednesday, June 18. The translation from Sumpi says, "While it is true that I was at that gathering, it was completely false that I engaged in any illegal activity such as prostitution. I am deeply reflecting on my actions and would like to sincerely apologize to everyone who was shocked by this matter." 100 earlier issued a statement expressing it immediately suspended Haknyeon's activities with the BOYZ and investigated the matter. The agency added it finally came to the decision to remove Haknyeon from the group. It also terminated his contract after finding that it could no longer maintain the trust in him as an artist. Haknyeon first rose to fame in 2017 as a contestant on the second season of K-pop survival show Produce 101, and later debuted with the BOYZ in December 2017. And that's today's wrap. I'm Kara Oliver. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.